Vision Striker is going to be starting on that attacker side, and for full sense, they need to have a strong half on this defense. That was what was severely lacking for them in the LCQ. They always were able to get their rounds on the attacking side. Defense was consistently weak.
Yeah, and I think looking at their initial defense, they're expecting some kind of C hit here. You can see a lot of the controller and sentinel utility is placed over on that side, and Vision Strikers likes to get through that window, so I love that trap wire placement there inside of Garage. You can see PTC already getting lined up. I love to see PTC here on the breach. He's really, really strong on it. Of course, everybody knows PTC is the most versatile player maybe in all of Asia. He can play anything. He's an old school tac shooter player. He's very, very strong. But to start this out, Achilleos, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, just a lot of lurking around here from Vision Strikers, just trying to find some information, see where they want to execute on. Eyes in Garage, trapwire set up for that window access, otherwise somebody could have crept forward there. So we're going to see Chalala sitting back in the cubby on the Garage exit, but now they're going to see them as they cross through into the lobby. PTC still got this lineup. Decides not to pull the trigger on it. We'll wait until they get a little bit closer to the site. Once they have line of sight to try to pick them off one by one. Cloudburst come out, Buzz gets himself into the site. RP in the meantime manages to find two, and Buzz, despite getting tagged up early, will manage to find John Olsen in the end. Vision Strikers now have the site. They've got 5 men strong, and it's Chalala and Superbus to try to retake.
I mean, the coordination here is so darn good from the Vision Strikers. This is what you expect, and it's nice to see it on the pistol round. You know, one of the big things early on in the year that was one of the criticisms of the Vision Strikers was their inability to secure pistol rounds. And Full Sense, to their credit, was very good in pistol rounds during the LCQ for APAC. So here for the Vision Strikers, this is a big statement to start this game.
Yeah, very much is. A clean pistol round start for Vision Strikers, always something a bit terrifying if you're on the opposite side. Chalala pushes out from Heaven, manages to find one, takes out King, but then Superbus will get traded, and now it's all on the lone Cypher. Stacks going aggressive. He's going to be greeted by the double right click. Will get taken down. He's looking for RB. Will not manage to find it. RB will get 3 kills in the round, and Vision Strikers will start off Haven with a win.
I mean, it's just so well executed. They throw all their utility at the front of the site, and then they come together at the same time. You get the dash right away from Buzz into his own smoke. He's able to divert a few guns to his attention. That opens up space for RB to get a couple big opening kills, and that's basically site open round 1 for Vision Strikers. Just based on that push, it's great patience, great timing, and they avoided kind of what Full Sense had read onto them for this opening pistol round. All of the utility was on the other side of the map here. All of the Astra stars, all of the Cypher utility was on the other side. So this was a wide open site for the Vision Strikers.
Yep, now we're right back in for the second round. Mako just going to be bodyguarding while they try to get that ult pick up for Stacks, and man, they will even push out quite a bit of damage there on a Superbus. Concealment. And given how far away Lammy is, getting healed up, it's not going to happen for quite some time. He's actually pushing through sewer all the way up to A lobby. He's backed up by John Olsen for a bit of a crossfire. RB hanging back to see. So it's kind of anticipating that they're going to be playing aggressively in this spot. I mean, this is something that we were seeing repeatedly from John Olsen, getting some punishing picks out onto Soldam when he was pushing forward like this, but he's actually going to get tagged up quite a bit, so now going to be down to 30 HP.
Yeah, John Olsen is a player that runs pretty hot and cold, to be frank, and that's not just like a superlative that a lot of people say. This is the MO of him from the region. Now here comes the execute for the Vision Strikers.
Yeah, making their way forward. King's going to find Chalala. Strikes him down. Stacks gets on top of Superbus, so they finish up one of the tagged up members here. John Olsen still not receiving any healing here. He's next to Lammy, but he doesn't have it available, obviously, so won't be able to receive anything. So 30 HP to try to retake against 5. I mean, this is basically what you're going to expect versus Vision Strikers when they do win the pistol round. The anti-eco is going to be very, very clean from them, so very well maybe ending this round flawlessly.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Lammy to find much value outside of maybe an exit frag or something like that, with that shorty waiting for the members of Vision Strikers to start pushing around. You can see there was a Sheriff invested here for John Olsen. Again, he's very, very good with it, but so far hasn't found much out of the way, but here we go.
Good value fault line. Does manage to catch multiple, but Stacks is still going to find that headshot. I mean, he's already got the Rolling Thunder online here for the next round, so see if he survives. He does. Long-range little shots there with the Spectre, and Lammy's just going to be waiting to run into the explosion. Goes down, and there you go. 5 men strong, still standing for Vision Strikers, up to 0. But now with rifles getting ready to come through here for Full Sense on their first full buy round, let's see if they can turn the tide. Because like I mentioned before, they need to have a strong defense.
Yeah, really, really do. And I think for me, a lot of this defense is going to come down to Lammy Snacks, a guy who usually is on the Sova. So a lot of that information is transferred over, of course, to the Trailblazer instead of the Recon Dart. But, you know, usually this is a Sova player. So I'm really curious to see if he's going to find a lot of value out of those those guiding lights and those kind of things, if he can really kind of step up, be that, he doesn't need to be aggressive necessarily like PTC was talking about the interview previously, but he's got to come up big here. He's got to support John Olsen. He's got to enable John Olsen to do what he does best, and that's frag out of his darn mind. All right, well, RB just looking to try to see if John Olsen's going to come out of this smoke. That smoke set up there by Full Sense. There's one of those guiding lights, just going to stall things a little bit. Here's the response from RB with the Trailblazer. Not much information to be gained off of this.
Yeah, not seeing too much. John Olsen sending out a couple shots. Can't tell if he actually got a connection, but we know that he did get tagged down quite a bit. Still starting to play forward. The Rolling Thunder available will just be used. It's not going to catch anybody. They're all hanging back outside Heaven Stairs.
It's a great read.
And now look to retake the site. John Olsen already in. Gets a nice little tap there onto King. Takes out one. Needs to do more. Finds Buzz just moments before that flash goes off. Gets the kill. Stacks, however, still here to try to hold it down. Tries to go for the flash point. Can't make it happen. They get the cleanup. They'll get to defuse. And that is Full Sense on the board, 1-2.
This is a phenomenal play call here from PTC. Just get off the site. They read that this is where the Vision Strikers want to go. They know that the Rolling Thunder's online for stacks. Just peace out. Wait for it to come through, and then go for the retake after that. And John Olsen, by the way, one of the few Jets that we're going to have around here that likes to go for the Vandal instead of the Phantom. Everywhere. It is basically the only gun he goes for his rifles. And of course, he will go for the op as well, but he is very nasty with that Vandal. We saw that ace against North Eption on Ascent. That was just absolutely filthy. His ability to flick and transfer with it is just uncanny.
All right, well, nice little bonus pick up there for the side of Full Sense. Let's see if they can keep the ball rolling, tie it up. Vision Striker's going to be looking to put a halt to that, though, as quickly as they possibly can. Tailwind forward. Phases out. John Olsen just going to gently drift back. Says, okay, there's two of you. I'm not going to mess with that. Pulls away. No harm, no foul, realistically.
That was a good little setup there from the Vision Strikers to at least stall that aggression.
Buzz got an inkling, and King is there for the follow-up. Miami gone down. That's a very nice early pick. That's a lot of the info gathering eliminated here for the side of Full Sense. Don't have those guiding lights to try and confirm whether or not Vision Strikers is lurking around a particular part of the map. So Buzz trying to play forward just on the opposite side of the door. Buzz is just going to creep back, join in with the rest of the squad. It seems like we may yet again be heading over to the A side.
I think they might have spotted Superbus, or at least sensed enough that he was going to be trying to do that. So Superbus trying to get aggressive. This is exactly what PTC was talking about. This guy loves to get up close and personal on these controllers. One of the most aggressive controllers you're going to see at this tournament, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's watched the SCA region.
I actually like it. He hears the turret. It's going to be taken away now, but he put a Nebula down just to cover that up so he could creep out of garage undetected. The execution's already getting ready to come through here onto the A site. Cam does manage to get a spot onto one. Buzz going to go down. John Olsen tries to push the corner to get stacks, but will manage to fall. Mako takes out Superbus, finding that counterpart Astra. So Mako's just going to be lurking in the back, waiting for someone to peek their head out of heaven. PTC trying to creep in. Chalala manages to come up with a kill. I'll confirm PTC's presence, though, with that guiding light. Nice flashpoint, forces him back around the corner, just buying time. Looking to clear the cubby. Shot going through, fault line not going to connect. They see stacks for a moment. He'll pull back to the opposite side. He's got it again. The Rolling Thunder crashes through, manages to stun both. Holds the aftershock now. Just waiting for them to push, but Full Sense may have to just end up saving their weapons here. Still going to look to go for it, and they will find stacks. That's 3 kills now for Chalala. RB around the corner, manages to find one. Chalala, he's going for the push. He tucks away just in time, spots him out, gets the headshot. 2 for RB on the back end. And that'll be the closeout on the round. Vision Strikers not allowing Full Sense to get the momentum built up.
Yeah, this time they have a really solid early defense onto the A site compared to previously where they either just backed off or, you know, during the pistol round just kind of folded over. They're able to pick up a couple early ones, and then it's once again Stacks who starts clearing the way. But here, an early pick for King is a big part of this round. This guy is a really, really smart, sharp player. Great shot. He's like maybe the most underrated player on the Vision Strikers. And yeah, there's our Red Bull clutch here from RB, a guy who probably doesn't get enough credit, frankly, on this unbelievably star-studded roster.
Oh yeah, I mean, he went from being the one in the spotlight for the longest time, you know, throughout Stage 1. Not so much in Stage 2, I suppose. But at the very beginning was constantly in the conversation for, you know, being one of the best Jets in the world. He's completely changed up his style. Mako, though, has not. He continues to lurk outside of C. Long gets that nice kill, putting Superbus in the dirt.
Well, this is not good for Full Sense here. You can't be throwing over these early picks to the Vision Strikers. That makes things just insanely more difficult with a team that trades very well. Mako's so good around the corner. Gonna get John Olsen.
John Olsen just can't swing wide enough, can't pull back far enough. to either get that line of sight to try to out-trade Mako in order to get away. Ends up getting picked off. It's 2 members now dead over at the C site, and Vision Strikers yet again just defaulting going to A. Kalala tries to push forward, will get struck down by Buzz, and the site is just completely free.
Yeah, this should be a Vision Strikers round unless we can find some kind of magic here from PTC and Lammy Snacks. They've been pretty good, at least finding a couple kills here and there. You can see turret up on top of the boxes, and Vision Strikers begin to fan out. Mako doing a wonderful job here on this flank, reading it early. We saw this very early on where Full Sense likes to get aggressive into the spawn side of the attackers, and Vision Strikers was very ready for it. And now Mako once again positioned to defend against that, but this time coming from a completely different direction.
Fault line does connect. PTC going to be delayed. Tries to respond with one of his own, but the flashpoint will stop him from peeking out. Strikers just maintaining their positions here. Lammy Snack's going to try to see if he can find anything on the exit with that Bulldog in hand. Push comes out, but just a bit too wide there from PTC. Stack strikes him down. King gets the final headshot, and Vision Strikers will put another round on the board.
Yeah, pretty clean here, and it's again, the couple of the picks over on Long C that really set the stage for this round, make it very easy for the Vision Strikers. Of course, in Eco, it's going to be difficult no matter what for FS, but once you get that Blade Storm out of John Olsen's hands, that's one of those tools. He's one of those players who can turn things around in a heartbeat, but just a great angle hold there from Mako. Buzz just clicking heads on the push in. Looking great here for the Vision Strikers so far. And a flawless coming in here, a Prime Gaming flawless, Achilleos.
Very, very clean stuff here from Vision Strikers. 3-round lead. It's a solid beginning here in the first half, and Full Sense going to be needing to dig deep to try to turn this around. Don't want to have to get put in those positions that we saw them in the LCQ, where they're down so far at the very beginning and then have to run it back in the second half. If they could at least make this to 5 rounds or so in the half, that would be fairly successful for them.
And look, once John Olsen or PTC gets heated up, things can get really dicey really fast. And here you go. This is what I'm talking about. FS loves to get aggressive towards the spawn side. It's going to be RB's job to try to lock this down. See if he can get a pick. That's a great flash from Stacks.
From downtown, he sends it out over by C Long. Sends it straight to the box, manages to get enough of a blind there onto John Olsen, and RB feels comfortable enough for the swing.
But look at the spike. It's in no man's land.
It is. They're going to have to try to punch through here. The creep up around the corner might be good enough. RB ready with the Trailblazer. Close. Lammy Snacks. Oh, man! Oh! 3! Great spray from him! Knocks him back. And suddenly the advantage is there for Full Sense. 3 members strong. PTC still damn low in HP. They definitely make this a bit more likely for themselves. Superbus will find one. The fake on the plant. Stacks, he can't draw down fast enough. Superbus cleans up 2 more. And Full Sense pull the rug out from underneath the Vision Strikers.
Oh my word. I want to see that spray from Lammy. Oh my goodness. Gets 3. I mean, the Vision Strikers know he's there even. They get the information from the Trailblazer, and he's still able to get a triple kill out of it. An unreal play here from this Thai superstar. So you can see right away, just transfers it right over. 1 head, 2 head through the wall. The flash is a bit late there from Stacks. He does end up coming through and finish it off, but man, oh man, Lammy completely turns that round on its head for Full Sense. I love that kind of play.
Yeah, and it's just Vision Strikers being not necessarily on the same page. The timing is a bit off there. They go one after the other rather than double peeking, and they get punished for it. Huge play there from Lammy, and RB now going to be eliminated off the rip. That's going to be the Seekers offline for this round. Lockdown, Rolling Thunder still available. Buzz and Mako also, both just one little pizza slice away from having their ultimates available.
That first pick there from John Olsen is him. They set up that smoke earlier, and he just stayed in it. He never got out of it. And this time he kind of baits them a little bit into pushing out ahead, and RB's going to suffer the price for it.
Shalala tucked away. Rolling Thunder not going to connect. He goes for the peek, but King manages to out-trade him. Buzz rotating around the back. Looking for the cross as they try to enter the site, but Superbus is still going to be good for the kill. Mako trades it back, however. Making this a 3v3. Lockdown just to force everybody away from the site. Buy some more time here for the attempted retake.
A lot of King's utility there. They're going to send the Seekers out, try to get the information here. They have they're not the Rolling Thunder, excuse me. Just the fault line there to try to push through it. It's catch members of Vision Strikers, but they backed all the way out into C main.
Nanoswarm try and delay here, but as far as post-point utility, there's not too much else to speak of. Stacks tries to come leaping out to make it happen, but he's not going to be able to do it. Gravity Well does get used, pulls him off. And Stacks now going to go down. Mako is good for a 3rd. Now a 1v1, and there it is. He gets the headshot. PTC is out of there. It's a 4-kill clutch by Mako. keep Vision Strikers 3 rounds up. What a play. It seems like they were out of utility, but Mako says, it doesn't matter. I got this.
He had one gravity left there, able to just be disciplined around these corners, and then starts popping heads, even gets flashed, resets, gets it on the finish on the spike. Unbelievable from Mako. Clutches around here for the Vision Strikers. Another Red Bull clutch. My word. These guys are so talented, and Mako is a guy that always is one of the first players on your lips when you start talking about this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody, it's so difficult to, really try to assess the squad and determine, who is the worst player on Vision Strikers. It's very difficult. But Mako, he gets, a little bit of backward karma there. PTC putting him down. I swear, that Arcane Sheriff, it has increased accuracy. I don't know what it is, but whenever, I'm using that, suddenly I'm clicking heads like I never have before.
That Arcane buff is real, man.
But that's a really great opener there for the side of PTC. They could try to lurk down and get the gun, but you can tell they're wary that somebody is still going to be watching that position, so they haven't tried to press down through C long yet to recover that.
And that smoke's out of the hands of the Vision Strikers. There's no more. They've got flashes galore, but now there's no ability to cover off angles. Now they are going to sneak out and get John Olsen here. No problems there, and now they can try to take this site. There is still Lammy here, but he's shut right down by King.
Yeah, one thing that's better than a judge is a headshot from a Phantom or a Vandal. Puts him on the ground. Spike's still going to be planted, just like that. Vision Strikers back in control despite the early loss of Mako. See if PTC can come up with some more magical shots. He does have the Rolling Thunder if they want to full send it here for this retake.
I think this might be one where you want to save that Rolling Thunder. I mean, maybe you can get something miraculous out of this. They're going to try the Aftershock here. Ooh, but King's going to get shut down from that Aftershock.
Does manage to trade it out. The Aftershock does finish him off, as you say. Flashpoint actually turns back into it, so it does receive quite a full blind there. Another one coming through, and Buzz has got the cross angle. He'll finish him off. Last 2 kills for him, and Vision Strikers now going to be 4 rounds up.
I mean, it's so tough to break the Vision Strikers. Once they're able to get time on their post plants, they've set up such great crossfires. They're able to back each other up. The utility is there to follow through. Everything you could want out of them. There's a little bit of a weirdness with King, but that's okay. You're still able to get Buzz in a great spot. They have no idea. It's a good flash to get, I think it was RB's flash there with the guiding light, and then it's a double there for Buzz. And Buzz, one of the less talked about players from Vision Strikers. I mean, I think everybody thinks Stacks, Mako, probably the first 2 that really come to mind. But Buzz, an unbelievable jet. He won a 1v1 jet tournament in Korea and Japan. They're like the best jets from all over Asia. He is actually the Korean jet. I know everybody talks about Soldam, but Buzz is really darn good himself, and he had the highest first kills per round in Masters 3. So Buzz is a really talented entry fragger. I mean, there's been plenty of info surrounding Buzz. I mean, you're hearing stuff about these scrims that have been happening here in Asia where he's putting up 54 kills in a map. There's always this constant chatter surrounding him. So while he might not be the most talked about, I think he's still, he's got there's the due diligence is there when it comes down to the conversation surrounding him. Everybody knows how talented he is. And this was, I'd say, when Vision Strikers decided to pick up Buzz and Mako, this was maybe the one that you and I were the most curious about as far as how this was going to go. Because Buzz, previously was a little bit inconsistent. He was very hot and cold. He had his moments where he would absolutely pop off, but then he would have his moments where he would go in, try to just pull off this incredible Blade Storm and just would get shut down instantly. But it seems like he's really found his footing. The coaching staff and Vision Strikers, the teammates that he's surrounded with, they've really tempered him and molded him into a finely crafted weapon. You hit exactly the point I was going to lead into, Achilleos, that the coaching staff for Vision Strikers has to be given a ton of credit. They're so darn good at converting these players from one role to another. Mako used to be a jet. RB used to be a jet. Now they're all over the place. Here we go. Buzz, speaking up, just going to crack this site wide open. There's that Rolling Thunder to blow things up. But a Hawk comes out, but John Olsen going to shut down RB. And makes his way out from Garage, just managed to find one. Super Buzz taken down by Buzz, but then Buzz falls to PTC. Spike, however, did not get stranded on the site, so they're able to go ahead, rotate out, and look to make their way over to the A site, potentially even B here. We'll have to see what they land on. They're creeping around. Trailblazer will try to scout out through the garage. They want to try to hide here. They're going to see it. They pull away. Not sure if it got the spot onto King or not. They saw at least somebody from Vision Strikers, that's for sure. That dog got out the door and definitely spotted members of them. Now they're going to try to push their way in through Garage. PTC here still expecting a B hit off of the information. So Stacks here dialing something up, trying to change things a little bit. But you got John Olsen in C main there. That's a really nasty crossfire that FS has available for them.
They do. King, though, push right up over towards Defender's access. Won't take Lammy by surprise. Seems like he wasn't anticipating him to be that far into the site. And now it's two members to try to retake this. PTC, having already used the Rolling Thunder, would really love to have it now.
You can see that PTC very aware that the Vision Strikers really like to have people hanging out on off angles, on flanks, and the window is one of the places where they will stick somebody. King, a lot of times, one of the players that really likes to lurk inside of this zone. But I like the setup here from Full Sense, but Vision Strikers just too strong. Just nail 2 headshots with those Phantoms, shut things down, post-plant opportunity now.
King jiggling around, Stacks, I mean, should he need it, does have that Rolling Thunder to get them off the spike, but they're running out of time. And Full Sense will make the call. They say, okay, let's just go ahead, hold on to the weapons. Mako not going to try to push through Garage window to get the picks. Just lets them go their separate ways. They are more than happy to have this 5-round lead.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much that Full Sense is able to do off of all of this. It's just better shooting from the Vision Strikers. They really read John Olsen's positions very nicely. Stacks catches him right away, and that could have been really nasty. I think maybe John Olsen should have waited a little bit, waited for the spike to come down before he revealed himself, before he tried to shut down the Vision Strikers' push, but they kind of lost track of the Vision Strikers after that Trailblazer from Lammy Snacks. They really didn't know exactly where they're going. They weren't sure if it was going to be B, A, or C, because there was still a lot of time and opportunity for the Vision Strikers to find room to maneuver, to go for the plant themselves. PTC is going to set up inside of B here. Lammy, they're expecting some kind of B hit. That star out in the front of B main there really makes me think that the Vision Strikers are at least considering it, or, you know, going to go for a fake. The playbook is so deep for this team.
See what they want to do. John Olsen, last time he had the Blade Storm out, wasn't able to find too much value, was cut down by Mako over at C. Long, he's going to be playing out in Garage. PTC looking to try to slow things up, and oh, the tailwind not quite going to go where he wanted it to. Stacks will strike him down, so yet again, it's going to be a dud of an ult here for John Olsen, just seemingly not in the groove.
This is one of the things that you see from time to time with John Olsen. He has been really nuts so far this year, but he can run cold and he can start making mechanical mistakes like that where he gets punished for it, and that's not good. Again, and the opening pick goes the way of the Vision Strikers. Now they're making their way towards A, where it is just Chalala hanging out up in the top, and it is a rapid rotation here, but we'll see if they can get there in time for Full Sense.
Vision denied right now, but gets the tag, and that's going to be Stacks taken down. Nicely done by Chalala. Push comes through. Lammy Snacks will manage to find King, but it's a kill beyond the grave. A bit of martyrdom there. As a Nano Swarm will strike him down. Mako now
Spike planted.
looking to anchor the site. Finding that third pick on the entry. See what else they can do.
Timing and the placement of that Nano Swarm so good from King. Even though he dies for it, he's able to slow things up and get the reset here. But Super Bus on the flank with the Phantom. We'll see if he can find the backside, but it's RBU's ready for it. Shuts him down. Buzz is gonna get Chalala to get the last kill here, and Vision Strikers gonna go up 8-2.
Quick headshots flying through, and Vision Strikers right now, I mean, very much looking like on pace to make this a 10-2 half. That was a bit of a curse. We kind of got rid of the 9-3 when we were doing the LCQ. 2-10 had kind of become the new one. Is it going to hold true today is kind of the question here. Haven of all maps, of course, definitely not what we would anticipate. I mean, Full Sense, thinking about it, they did play this. This was, I believe, the last map in that grand final.
Yes.
5 rounds they were able to pick up on the defender's side. Not looking, I mean, it's not possible. You know, maybe they can make this an 8-4 if they can win the next 2 consecutively, but John Olsen, ooh. He'll take the shot anyway, won't get the damage connected, but they at least get the confirmation that an operator has been purchased and that John Olsen is situated at the C site.
Well, it's been so devastating in these rounds here for Full Sense, and finally they're able to get the operator in the hands of John Olsen. Lammy gonna trade with Buzz. RB pushing on through, let out the guiding light, and then, ooh, but Super Bus.
Not ready for him to be tucked away in the cubby. John Olsen will find Buzz, and Stacks, he's still standing. Well, managed to find one more before getting taken down, and there's Full Sense denying the 10-2 dream away from Vision Strikers. They will get a third round. Now we go into the final round of the half. Is this going to be an 8-4, or is it that 9-3? It might cause some concern for Vision Strikers. Might have them shaking a bit in their boots. We'll have to just wait and see.
I don't know how superstitious Stax is. I don't think
Probably not very.
I don't think he's that guy is cold-blooded. I don't think any of that matters to him. The only thing that matters is getting the win. And yeah, you can see how impressive it has been for the Vision Strikers to keep that op out of the hands of John Olsen for this long, because you can see what he can do with it. He's absolutely devastating. He's one of the best in the business in the APAC region with this gun. So he is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. Starts out on top of B, but now quickly rotating over towards A to see if he can maybe get himself in a position to try to punish this potential push from the Vision Strikers, who are setting up, looking pretty keen, trying to get into this space.
Buzz does have Blade Storm popped. Just in case he needs it. Cyber Cage gonna come up. First op shot, just taking away the Trailblazer. Blind does go through, gets Chala inside of the Cyber Cage. Push comes out, the blind timing's perfect, and Buzz takes John Olsen's head right off. Now the lockdown's going to be used on the site. The Seekers not going to be finding too much. They know exactly where Vision Strikers is. They just can't get to them right now. PTC does have a cheeky little spot, however, in heaven. It's not going to be caught by that lockdown. Puts about half HP down on King. Can't get that finish yet. Doesn't quite have a great angle for the aftershock. It's him and Lammy against the world. He comes jumping out, looks to find one, will get Buzz, transfers to King, but Stax shuts him down, and now it's all on Lammy Snacks, and he's got to push blindly through this Astra wall. Makes his way in, doesn't know which way to look. Stax will strike him down. It's 9-3 on the half.
This is just, I mean, so impressive for the Vision Strikers. You can see that they are so good about crossing their T's, dotting their I's. Everybody's in a position to cover each other. The crossfires are amazing. Everybody knows their role. They're doing their jobs. Mako, again, knows about these long lurks from FS and is ready for it.
Yep, just wonderfully done. Great lurk in the back. Mako just knows that Super Bus is going to be coming through. Strikes him down in Stacks. I mean, we talk about side anchors. He is one of the greatest in the business. Go straight back into the action as we dive in. 3-9, crazy run back needs to be happening right here for the side of Full Sense. Now they're over onto the attack. This is where they do excel. Let's see if they can pull it off. Vision Strikers, of course, very well known for the defensive setups as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of taken what FS usually likes to do onto Haven, at least when we've seen them in recent history, and that's try to go for B pushes. FS is one of the best B site hitting teams I've ever seen here on Haven, and Vision Strikers is very set up to kind of bottle that up and contain it. You can see they're already drifting in this direction towards the garage as well, but the Vision Strikers are getting aggressive. They want to push forward, but these shots, this Trailblazer is going to give a little bit of information over here, but Chalala a little bit late on that shot.
Yeah, it does get the daze out, that forces the Cyber Cage to be used. Slams it down to the ground. Vision Strikers say, okay. Buzz just going to cycle back. Looks like RB still going to play forward. But they're anticipating that this is not going to be an A hit. That's why you're going to see two members cycling back so they can have a faster rotate and leave RB further forward, just in case.
And obviously, this is such a huge round for FS, excuse me. They really would like to get this pistol win, see if they can find something. But King,
30 seconds left.
Kind of an awkward place here. Looks like they are going to be setting up for the C hit. Time's running down.
Yeah, looks like King, they've just spotted it out, does have that frenzy available. John Olsen pushing forward. Stax managing to find the first kill. Superbus will get rid of the enemy Killjoy, but Stax is good for 2. Nice little shutdown there, try to fast track that rolling thunder, but it's taking a considerable amount of damage, and RB doesn't have the healing, so Stack's gonna have to play this out a little bit more patiently. RB, however, gets himself out into long, somehow doesn't get that elimination, still puts quite a bit of damage down, finally lines up the headshot. Buzz will be good for another. Charlotte will strike him down, but Stax finds 3, and Vision Strikers somewhat cleanly win yet another pistol round.
I mean, what are you gonna do against Stax when he's on fire like this? He's just clicking heads everywhere he goes. This is what he's known for. He's one of the best headshot percentages players that we have in Asia. I mean, outside of Suggest on New Turn, that's about the only guy who ever tops him in that stat. He's just unbelievable. Pistols, guns, it does not matter. He is just doming people.
Incredibly clean here from Vision Strikers, and now we're just 3 rounds away from trying to take this. Looks like we do have a technical pause, so we'll get a little bit of a lull in the action for now. Allows us to just go ahead, take a little bit of a stock check, you know? Seems like from the side of Full Sense, despite their heavy disadvantage that they find themselves in right now, still looking to play this out normally, not going for any purchases at all, other than Superbus, a little bit of star action in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I thought this, FS is a team that will occasionally, push the envelope on these eco rounds, on these anti-eco, let's call it that, when they're on the back foot after the pistol round. And I think this will be the opportunity to do so. I was kind of curious if they were going to do it on the first half as well, but Vision Strikers winning both pistols makes it pretty likely that they're going to come through and win this. If you saw, I think at Masters 3, it was something like 85 or 89% of the time.
Yeah.
If you won both pistols, you were winning the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredibly damning stat here for full sense, but, you know, always just look at this as a bit of a warm-up. Granted, this is their map pick, so that does become a bit concerning, but, I mean, Breeze is still a map pick that very much shocks us from Vision Strikers, and I'm glad that that is actually the second map and not the third, because I'm really curious as to what the hell they have planned for that one. Because for them to decide to go for Breeze is shocking to say the least. You and I were kind of running through what the map draft might look like coming into today. We were talking about it yesterday, and we're like, okay, yeah, they probably banned Ascent. That makes a lot of sense. But then where do they want to go from there? I guess Breeze, you know, because they like every other map. But
I figured it'd be Icebox. I thought we were going to get either Haven or Bind from FS and then Icebox from the Vision Strikers, but that got saved till last. So pretty interesting to see this from Vision Strikers. If you guys aren't familiar with this team, they almost never play Breeze. I mean, it has been like Yinsu pointed out on the desk, it's been almost permabanned by Vision Strikers. They really haven't liked it. I think part of that, in my mind, it's kind of a couple different reasons. Buzz is a pretty good sniper, not a great sniper. And also the Vision Strikers prefer the Phantoms, not the Vandals. And I think the Vandals are really powerful, in my opinion, on Breeze because of that instant one shot at any range, you know, that you have.
You have a couple people that'll tend to trend towards the Vandal. Stacks, of course, is one of them, because, I mean, we've seen so many highlight reels where he's just able to get these incredible spray transfers with the Vandal.
Lakia as well, if we go to that.
But, yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what they do have prepared for that map. It's certainly exciting, but we obviously still need to get through these, what looks like to be the last few rounds. I hope that's not the case. I'm hoping that after we get on the other side of this tech pause, that Full Sense can come back in here, string a couple rounds together, make this a tighter series, because, you know, this is a bit of a wild card team. This is a bit of a dark horse potentially in this tournament. Maybe they need that kick to the lower bracket to kind of really wake themselves up, dig deep, get that drive going for them to be able to push through and try to make it out. But, you know, you would love to see it right off the rip. Go ahead, jumpstart the engine here in this first series.
Yeah, and it is their first LAN for Valorant here for the Full Sense squad. And I don't think that means quite as much because most of these players for Full Sense have played on LANs in other titles before.
Sure.
So I think there's quite a bit of veteran experience on this team. You know, John Olsen, PTC, widely considered to be two of, if not the two best tech shooting players ever in Thai history. So really these guys, you know, got to find some kind of magic. They got to get heated up. John Olsen's got to find some kind of irrational self-confidence to just start clicking heads and start, you know, getting some value out of those blades, getting value out of the op if he can get to it. He is a guy who will go for it on attacker's side, by the way. So you gotta be looking for that, because we saw him whiff that one on the Buzz, and Buzz punished him instantly with his own blade storm.
Yeah, it's just not really been on the ball, and I wonder if this is maybe a little bit of a product of the map itself, because thinking back to that Full Sense versus Northemption series in the grand final, it actually was not the greatest performance from John Olsen. Granted, it was round 5 in a grueling series.
Yes,
but
everybody was real tired at that point.
But it was very much the PTC show in that final map. He was the one top fragging. I think John Olsen came out maybe 3rd or even 4th on his squad. So maybe, you know, Haven, not where he really finds his groove. Perhaps he's going to excel a little bit more when it comes down to Breeze Icebox. We'll have to just wait and see if we can make it that far. Couple shots flying out. Look at the tag up. Mako there in the back. I see sight. Don't manage to get any connections through.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see this map come through here. This is a map that Vision Strikers has said it's their favorite map to play. Now, their results are good, not great on this map across a lot of their play throughout the last year, but they're still, you can see here today, they're really, really strong, especially on the attacker side. This has been kind of the MO of Korean teams. They are so strong because of their ability of their timings, their combos, their kind of polished perfection that they try to achieve.
Corner shot out to John Olsen as he peeks out towards long. Backed up just a bit. Hawk going to go over the wall. Detroit will confirm their presence. Fault line. It actually does manage to connect onto RB, but push isn't coming through yet, so he's going to be able to remain safe. They'll hear the orb take. 3 members approaching through the sewer, and Lammy Sacks gets a very nice headshot there onto Buzz. John Olsen as well, pushing in from long, cuts down RB. That's going to be a man advantage here for the side of Full Sense. We'll see if they can translate this into a round win. Nebula comes up, denying vision away from Stacks in Heaven. He'll rotate back down. It seems like it's going to have to be a 3-man hit through this alley access.
Yeah, there's nobody on that covey. That was just pinged by the Vision Strikers, so they're thinking somebody's going to be around that corner, but nobody's there. There's not much utility left here on the side of FS, though. There's that gravity well that King's going to find himself stuck in. Is going to get out-traded by Superbus.
Yeah, gets mowed down with that recovered Spectre. Stax now trying to push into the site. They'll see Mako on the one side, but they manage to find 2 kills. Stax comes up with a second. John Olsen taken down. The right clicks from PTC will eliminate Stax, and PTC peeks the corner, gets the Red Bull clutch. Full sense say, we're taking this round. We're not going down with only 3 under our belt. They will find a 4th.
Well, you were just talking about him, Achilleos. PTC comes up huge when FS needs him most. What a play there around the corner. Knows that Mako's probably going for the half here on this Red Bull clutch. And look at this. There's the right clicks, gets Stax, who had just taken 2 down, and then right away catches Mako as he's still trying to get to the half and then probably going to pull up, but he's got the great senses, the great timing from PTC.
And what a swing. Now look at the weapons here for the side of Vision Strikers. Going to be kicked back onto the pistols. 3 sheriffs rather, in hand 2 classics. As they look to stave them off. I mean, this would be one hell of a thrifty from Vision Strikers if they could pull it off, but it seems like Full Sense should be able to get the ball rolling here for the very first time. Trailblazer will spot Mako. Put some damage in onto him. Tries to pull away. Seems like he'll be okay. Rolling Thunder just looking to dissuade them from advancing forward into the garage.
Yeah, they do have Rolling Thunder available. That's where I wanted to go with that.
Line, I should say.
Yeah, I was curious. Sorry, I baited you there. That was my fault, Achilles. I was going to say that PTC is sitting on that Rolling Thunder. I mean, kind of mirroring what we saw with Stax on the breach here. It's such a valuable ult.
Mako just trying to dip and dodge around the bullets. 30 HP remaining for him as he does get tucked away into the cubby. Let's see if he manages to find Superbus. He's thinking about creeping out, but rotation's coming through. Guiding Light not going to spot anything in long. Buzz hasn't seen anything yet. Should have an inkling that they are getting ready to move up.
Just double stack.
Does he want to go for the peek? Blind in, they look for the peek. There's 1, there's 2, RP! Down 2, Superbus, however, answering back, and John Olsen found 1 as well before he did fall. Still good kills out for full sense, a 3v3. Spam shots coming through. Lammy not going to hit King. He's actually going to push into the Nebula. He's getting aggressive. His back is turned. He gets the headshots through. Spike's still going to be planted, but now it's going to be rifles recovered. Turret goes out. Superbus has crept over onto that right side. It's short. See if King scouts this out. He sees the gun barrel. He goes for the peek, and King will get struck down. Shalala will find Stax, and now it all falls to Mako. 30 HP in a dream, but it's going to become a nightmare rather quickly. They put him on the ground, and Full Sense find themselves a 5th round.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid eco here from the Vision Strikers. That little set play from RB and Buzz. They don't give the information away to Lammy Snax' Guiding Light. They're ready around the corner. They pop. They come around the corner. RB gets 2 with that Sheriff. Incredible stuff here from the Vision Strikers to at least get something out of an eco round. And then King, lurking around on the site, gets a gun, but Superbus, nice little maneuver there to get over into that corner to catch King off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. King going aggro, Superbus matching, comes up Trump, and very nicely done. And without that play, you have to suspect that Vision Strikers may have been able to steal that round away, so it's very good stuff from Superbus. Now, Full Sense. Let's see if they can keep pushing the envelope here. Full Phantom send here from Vision Strikers. We have the 2 Vandals in for Full Sense. Push forward, break down the garage door a bit. Spike going to be picked up, and it seems like they might turn their sights towards A yet again. Start inching forward, and Buzz lurking in sewer at the moment, peeking into a lobby.
Superbus able to keep himself hidden behind that corner. Going to try to set up a few stars here and there potentially. They're going to lead the way with the Trailblazer toward Buzz. Immediately, RB rotating over for the assistance. Stax filling in onto the B-Link side of things, and a ton of stars coming out here from Superbus.
That's a bit worrisome here if you're Buzz. Stun comes out, but actually they're not going to push into him. Thunder. Let's get cleared out. Oh, John Olsen looking away for just a moment, but does manage to identify that Stax is behind the box. Gets that kill. Mako in the meantime trading out. Superbus will fall off screen. John Olsen though. Tucked away, left side on this alley access as Mako makes his way into heaven. Pushes out King, ready for it. Doesn't take any damage either. Comes up with a clean kill.
Unbelievable. This angle here from RB and Buzz is going to be killer potentially for FS.
Just waiting out the aftershock. Buzz making his way forward, spots PTC, gets him in the head. Lammy trying to get the cross, doesn't manage to transfer it into the second player. Shalala, he needs to do it, he can't get it done. Only managed to find 1. Odds were stacked against him. The spike will be defused. Vision Strikers now just 1 round away from guaranteeing overtime, 2 from taking map 1.
Dude, RB does such a good job of making the Rolling Thunder from PTC virtually worthless and keeping Buzz alive. He's throwing his guiding lights down the hall here to keep Buzz safe, to not allow that push through short, and that keeps short safe for both of those players, gives them the crossfire, and then they're able to just come through 1, 2, 3. King picks up a couple big kills along the way. This Vision Strikers team is so disciplined, they're so smart, they're so savvy. It is almost impossible to break through their defenses.
And that gives them the lockdown. They have such great defensive tools now available to them with the Rolling Thunder as well.
Get out of my way.
That's going to be the Blade Storm pop by John Olsen. Spots 1. Mako again going to be in the back of sight. And he's just going to go ahead and use that opportunity to get across to the opposite side. Playing that back left corner. You can see John Olsen peeking around the box. Not necessarily privy to this information that Mako has transferred spots. Maybe he'll going to be popped. That's just going to further delay. King standing there just in case he needs to use the lockdown to further dissuade them.
Yeah, not much information gained here for Full Sense. They don't really have much of an idea of where the Vision Strikers are or what they want to do. There's nobody that's pushed up towards Ace. You can see the pings coming down here for the Vision Strikers as they know that the push is beginning towards A main here. Trailblazer is going to smart out RB. Yep.
Oh, RB trying to go for the push here.
Wow.
Cyber Cage going to deny his vision away, though. Very nicely timed there by Chalala. Could have been catastrophic otherwise, so nicely done by him. Keeps his team alive, and it's going to be a rotate back over towards C. Everybody now making their way forward. No one's going for the garage approach. It's just going to be a full 5-man hit. Straight up default. Dash into the smoke. Blades are out. Oh, but he's going to be whipping them. Still manages to draw down with the classic. Finds stacks in the head. Mako in the meantime finds 2, and King will strike down John Olsen. PTC comes up with 1. Gets rid of the Astra. Gets rid of the Killjoy. Now 2v2 for the retake. Vision Strikers, they spot 1. Chala takes him out. Blade Storm's out. A ball! The right click from Buzz. He pulls it off in an instant. The defuse is there, and Vision Strikers have locked in their 12th round win.
Unbelievable. Buzz just hits that Blade Storm and doesn't hesitate for a second. Just gets up in the air on top of BTC, who had done such a good job of busting that site open for Full Sense. It was a hard slog, but the Vision Strikers just enough at the end, just enough in the tank to get that done. My word here, Mako getting an incredible double around the corner. They don't check that angle. That's a huge punish there for the Strikers, and Buzz up and over, right click. Gonna get the clutch. Oh my good.
Very clean, very smooth there from Buzz.
This is a nice spot.
I don't know why he's been highlighted, why he's been put into so many, top 20 player lists, players that are here at this event. Very much earning those honors. Again, looking to play a bit of a nice little duo here over at A long. Trailblazer will start. Buzz looking for the peak as they go to destroy it. Takes a little bit of damage. So does John Olsen.
This Buzz RB combo has been absolutely fantastic. They're playing off each other's utility so darn well, but a good fault line. Buzz able to dash out of the way. RB follows up.
Oh, he just lands right in front of PTC, but still manages to get the headshot. John Olsen wasn't there for the counterplay to try to shut them down. Buzz now around the back. John Olsen manages to get both of them, though. Oh, the transfer from one to the other shuts them down, but Stacks now in such a cheeky little spot. Spots Lammy, cuts to the other side of the wall, finds it, gets the third, and there you go. Vision Strikers, they take the first map of the series, the first series of champions, 13-5.
I mean, who else but Stacks to clutch it out with a 3K to finish Haven. My word, that was such a good performance here from the Vision Strikers. Everything you would expect. Stacks was nuts on the attacker side. RB and Buzz were so well coordinated on the defender side. Achilles, I mean, just this is everything you would expect from this team coming into this event.
Perhaps.
I think we got to see something very different from them. I assume this has been a map that they have been practicing like crazy. I think Sean was making a great point earlier about how having Fracture in the map pool means that you have to be good at either Fracture or Breeze if you're going to get deep into this tournament. And I think for the Vision Strikers, with Stacks on Breach, Fracture's just a great map for him, and you don't want to play him on that map.
Buzz does get dazed there by the Trailblazer. Buzz making his way out onto the site. Be lurking through the wall, taking a bit of decay here. As the spike will get planted. So far, no real damage getting pushed out, but as I say that, King, oh man, barely lines up the second headshot. Putting PTC down. 2 HP remaining for him. Now a 2-man advantage for the side of Vision Strikers. Buzz going to be taking a tailwind back up the side, over towards the cave. Keeps himself out of line of sight. Spots John Olsen there, but doesn't want to go for the repeat. Shock darts used. Buzz now playing on the cave side of pyramids, letting them push over towards him. John Olsen, though, as he rounds that side over towards Ninja, manages to get rid of stacks. Buzz falls down. King now with 3 kills, still somehow manages to come up with another despite only having 2 HP. Bites will try to buy some extra time. John Olsen looking to go aggro, but RB shuts him down, is looking for a little bit more. Lemmy Snacks would just like to try to get some kills here. Seemingly can't get the shot to line up. Mako will find the elimination, and King will survive through all of it. Vision Strikers takes another pistol round, albeit this time with a bit of confusing play.
Just RP runs out of bullet, just turns his back, tries to hide his head from his opponent. Oh man, I love the setup here for the Vision Strikers. Really, honestly, I mean, all of this is on the King. Getting these 2 opening kills lined up for him is huge. And, you know, Mako gonna swing around the side, help RB out a bit there. But RB here in a great position. If everything kind of goes sideways, he's still got 2 shock darts for the post plant. Vision Strikers, that's why you see them back off the site right away. They've got a lot of post plant utility that they're able to utilize on that pistol. They set up the wall to cut off the short side angle of A, get the plant down, and then they can back off. Just let FS come to them, and you can see, even though FS doesn't get killed along the way to getting to the Vision Strikers back lines, it doesn't matter. There's not enough time left.
Buzz for now just going to be lurking in Hall, peeking down, seeing if anybody's going to push their head out around the corner. They are not. Everybody now just going to be starting to inch their way forward to shop. They can take that orb. First, they want to start with a drone. See if they can get this scout onto Superbus. But it'd be really nice to try to get him out of this ninja's position. And there you go, he'll clear it. Buzz has moved up right alongside the drone, just escorting him into the site. Finds one, the wall comes down. Buzz is good for a second. Spots another over towards the stairs, takes a little bit of damage. Will manage to stay alive, but John Olsen looking a bit worse for wear here. 24 HP remaining for him, and Buzz will find a third, now on pace for an ace. Push comes out, and Lemmy Snacks will shut down that dream. Nice little shot from him with the Sheriff. Him and Chala versus the world, and that read for the classic. Oh man, can he get the last one? He's running out of bullets, but King will say nope. Manages to get that elimination. So 2 members down, Vision Strikers. They will take that anti-eco. Full sense now. Rifles getting ready to come through in their hands. Let's see if they can win this round yet again.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a change up here from the Vision Strikers in how they handle the post plant because they get those 2 big opening kills. Buzz is able to gain so much space there on the right side of the pyramids, and that just means that the Vision Strikers could push forward with those Spectres, really punish the encroachment of Full Sense here, just catch them along the way. Although Lammy Stacks has a Sheriff, and that's where things get dangerous on this map. These long-range guns, like the Sheriff, like the Vandal, can really change the tides of things. Lammy, it's a couple nice shots. It's not enough, but it's some value out of what could have been a really disastrous round for FS.
So right there, King 4-0 so far, just 2 away from having that. Oh, the push out. Timing there from Buzz, not ideal, but King will find a 5th kill. Shock dart going to be lobbed in. King will get tagged up a bit. Seeker's now going to be used by Stacks. Go ahead and identify where the members of Full Sense are lurking here around the B site. Looks like maybe a triple approach. The Archers in the back. Otherwise, 1 coming through tunnel. Trailblazer not going to be able to find too much of anything.
How fanned out the Vision Strikers are, expecting some kind of lurk here, but they're going to get a ton of information out of that camera. They are going to see a lot of members, but Lammy able to turn it around, takes down King with the headshot.
It gives him his first death. Oh, the dink goes through. Looks for a little bit more. Stacks putting quite a bit of damage into PTC and Chalala, but doesn't manage to find those kills. The bites are coming down, however.
What is this lineup?
This is going to be a nice little lineup, but John Olsen pushes forward, gets a headshot onto RB. Mako around the back will fall. The fuse can come in. Cheeky little setup there for the side of Vision Strikers, but Full Sense, they get into a nice forward position. They catch RB off guard, so they can't further utilize those shock darts. They will get the defuse, and they will win their rifle round yet again.
Yeah, even though the Vision Strikers are able to get a lot of information, get some decent shots in, just superior firepower here is going to prevail for Full Sense. I like, the way that we're seeing the Vision Strikers set up for these post plants. We see this all the time with RB when he's on Sova. It's immediately him on the back line waiting to land some insane shock darts from downtown, and that's what he's trying to set up there, try to bounce one over. Just isn't given the opportunity. Great recognition by John Olsen here to step forward, shut down RB, and not even give him the chance.
Fantastically done. Now we move forward. Buzz going with the operator here on the attacker's side. Looking to see if anyone's going to push around that right side of pyramids. They are not. Just out around the corner there from this camera, so Chalala doesn't necessarily see him at all.
They sense something. There was a ping that came out, so they're suspecting that somebody's potentially hanging out there by the pillar. But right now, the Vision Striker is just going to take their time. They're going to change the pace. They're going to slow things up. We haven't even seen the toxic screen come down as far as I can tell, so they're just really waiting to maybe go for an execute. But this is an early op here for Buzz, and this is great to see from the Vision Strikers. I was concerned about what their long-range firepower was going to be like, and this is such an important map for this player right here. Vision Striker is putting a lot of confidence in Buzz on this map. Is able to get the shot on the John Olsen.
Right as he peeks out, Buzz shuts him down. That is the Blaze Storm also online, but he will also find Shalala.
Oh.
Strikes him down. 2 kills for Buzz yet again. It's just been excelling over on these A-site attacks. Creep around the back into shop, but RB, he doesn't even have the gun out when he runs in, manages to draw down fast enough to outtrade PTC. Doesn't even take that much damage, and King finds Lammy lurking across into mid. All comes down to Super Bus, and with a Guardian, I mean, we've seen people pop off with Guardians in the past, but in a 1v5 clutch scenario, it doesn't seem good. And King is in his prime position. He's got 2 HP remaining yet again. That is when he is the deadliest.
That's the King buff right
there.
Don't
want to mess with King. He's got 2 health.
Super Buffs here. This is a great gun for this map, but not much he's going to be able to do off it. Vision Strikers are fully retreating into uncontested territory, so there's no way that he's going to be able to find much value out of this. There's no way he's going to be able to get a gun upgrade, I don't think. The only gun that potentially could be available is over by the pillar in the mid. Yeah. I don't think there's any way in hell he's going to try to go for that. So, yeah, Vision Strikers here, a clean execute, and again, this is all on the back of Buzz. The start of this round with these operators, that is so crucial on this map. To be able to hit your long-range shots with the snipers is so valuable. And I was kind of curious if we were going to see any marshals, but we haven't seen any yet. I mean, this is just perfect. Yep, great lineups, great recognition of the positions. What can you say? That's just incredible.
I love the ping into it as well. He's just like, here, and then just kills him. It's akin to Babe Ruth pointing out into the center of the stands and just nailing that home run.
I think it's more of a just in case,
Yeah. Good stuff there, but now John Olsen does manage to creep forward, gets that orb, and can pop the Blade Storm here for this overall eco. Obviously, Super Bus retaining his Guardian. Everybody else just going to be on Classics and 2 Sheriffs. See if they can make this happen. It would be a fantastic turnaround here for Full Sense. Stop Vision Strikers from getting those stretch leads that they so very much love to run away with.
Yeah, you can see VS just going to put the toxic screen a little bit deeper onto A this time. Kind of makes me curious what the post-plant setup is going to look like here this go around, as it is going to be Stacks pushing well forward, and the rest of them are just waiting behind. So again, they're just going to be looking for some of these post-plant situations. King going to be really important in Alley to lock this down.
They get in rather cleanly. Stacks trying to make his exit. John Olsen will get him in the head. Weapon not going to be in a recoverable position, so it doesn't help him out in that regard, but still a man off the board. Super Bus, though, falling means that they have lost out on their one rifle. Oh, the timing! The push around the corner, and Mako cannot get prepared in time. Off shot, not going to connect there from Buzz. Does get blind, but RB manages to hold it down for 2 before falling to Lammy Sachs' shot guard. Buzz out with the blades, manages to cut down both, and takes the round for Vision Strikers, where it started looking a bit shaky.
I know that Full Sense just lost this round, but I really, really like the way they approached this on the retake.
Absolutely.
Coming into the post-plant scenarios, they've already identified what Vision Strikers is trying to do on their attacker's side, and they're trying to take advantage of it. Now, Mako just caught in a little bit of a weird timing there around the corner as Viper's switching over to that snake bite, but that's okay. RB is there to pick up a double. Stacks did get taken out early with that incredible headshot with the blades from John Olsen, but it is the right ideas. I mean, I think if FS has all their guns in hand on that round, I think that is a very different round there for the Thai squad.
Oh, for sure. So good damage dealt with the disadvantages that they were working with. Now have rifles back into their hands. And again, looking like, okay, John Olsen's going to be joining the Vandal party as well. Will be outnumbering the Phantoms, and that's not going to be the most shocking revelation for us here, as we were already kind of chatting about it, given that it's on Breeze. Stack's not using the Vandal, though. Does still surprise me a little bit.
I mean, the Vision Strikers have really dedicated themselves to the Phantoms. It seems like they just converted 100% almost over to it. For better or worse, I'd say there's maps where I feel like that's maybe not the right call, but King doing such a good job here on this long lurk. Gets deep into the defender spawn.
All the way through halls, catches him right in the spawn. Really nicely done, and that is going to be the neural theft used to go ahead and spot him out. They say, okay, we'll shift over to the A site. We know that there's 2 there.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's now going to be used. Stacks finding that ult for the 2nd time. Door to be opened. La la la. pulling back, but will get spotted, and King is in prime position. Cyber Cage to keep himself blocked. Oh, he actually thought he got the kill. Turns away, turns back, and still takes down John Olsen. King is on an absolute tear right now.
Oh, you can tell he's just feeling it. I mean, when you're in the zone and you feel like your shots, just enough of them just landed that you should get the kill. It was just shy. He's able to fortunately turn around and do it somehow. I mean, this is just King's round. He has really put himself on the throne for sure.
Tell a little bit of a jiggle with the mouse. I don't think that shock dart went exactly where he was hoping it was going to. King on the lurk. It's a little bit too low. Doesn't get too much damage out onto Super Bus. Vandal in hand, and one's going to be taken right out of his hand. Stacks catches him in the head. And that is just going to be Lammy heading for the hills, tucking all the way back in the back of B site. Just try to retain that advantage. Vision Strikers continuing to plow onward. Now picking up their 5th round win. 4-round stretch over Full Sense. It's a very scary look for them.
I mean, dude, King's already halfway back to his neural theft. I mean, this is just such an important round for him. It gets so deep, gets the information on where they are. That allows Vision Strikers to set up their toxic screen to go over the plant. Seekers are going to give them the information that there's nobody pushed up in front of the pyramids. They can safely move in, get the plant down. King just continues to be an absolute nuisance there from the alley by the switch. He's just so good, man. I love to watch King play because when he starts lurking, when he starts getting that confidence, that's when you got to be real scared as the opposing team.
Yeah. Well, John Olsen, Marshall in hand. Let's move down, peeking out a door into mid. No one really playing around that side. Does have PTC here for a setup. They want to try to go for a wide swing off the back of a blind. Vision Strikers very much playing around this, just going to be creeping forward.
I'm kind of curious about this Hunter's Fury from Lammy Snacks. Like, what is this going to look like here on this round? Because with the way the Vision Strikers are playing off-site, it makes it pretty difficult. You have to react pretty quickly onto the plant to get it to go. And here come the Vision Strikers right away, dashing right in, going for it.
Given his position, he's decently set up for plant denial. Spike's not yet moved through.
Right here.
He will start advancing that forward now onto the side. It's on the back of the pillar. And that is going to be the call out here. But Hunter's Fury, he will tag one, but it's actually not the planter. Buzz is going to be taken down, so that's still going to be a win. Spike not yet planted. They also get the follow-up tag on the stacks, knocking him down to 70 HP, and suddenly this looks very good for the side of Full Sense. Updraft over the top for a target. King around the corner, throws down the Cyber Cage, gets the headshot dink, gets the finish on the Chalala, but then Lammy Snacks coming in from the right side flank, manages to strike him down. John Olsen finds the headshot onto Stacks off cam. Mako cannot draw down, he cannot scope in fast enough, and suddenly he's all on RB. He's ready for Superbus to push into window, but he cannot get the shots off. They will wait out the bite, they will get the defuse, and Full Sense will put a 2nd round on the board.
Yeah, this is such a good round for Full Sense. And first of all, I like the way that Stacks positions himself when he's going for the spike plant. He's just a bit further towards the defender's side than you would normally be planting by that pillar. So that's why the initial Hunter's Fury actually misses him, hits Buzz instead. So that's a nice little recognition play here from Stacks. But the follow-up here, again, from Full Sense, what we were talking about in that previous eco round, Achilleos, where they are swarming to the back lines of these post-plant setups. You know, Mako's back there waiting with the snake bikes, trying to find one. They don't even give him the chance. They just pressure him and RB and make sure that there's no hope that the Vision Strikers can ever get these post-plant setups going. It is so smart here from Full Sense.
Yeah, well, John Olsen having upgraded to the Operator. Just for a similar peek, goes for a blind shot just in case he can catch a straight target. Does not manage to do so. A couple guiding lights being thrown out by Stacks over towards the A site. Gives a nice little warning ping, so it seems like he did spot somebody. Dart out, Buzz pulling back just below the vent. John Olsen going to be blinded.
Look at his lurk from PTC. He's getting real close.
Well, the tailwind forward, it distracts him for just long enough. King makes his way forward, gets the headshot out. Nice steady there from Buzz. Manages to outtrade Superbus. Doesn't even actually get tagged up. All the bullets whizzing past him like he's Neo. Spike now going to be planted, just like that. Vision Strikers, as the pendulum swings, are looking to regain control of this game, not letting Full Sense try to string any rounds together. As for good measure, they throw down the pit. Mako says, come on in.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really difficult here for Full Sense. Buzz still...
Did he not see him?
I don't know if he did.
His head came up over top of the wall.
I think the toxic screen came down just at the right moment there. PTC trying to flash his way through. Going to take a little bit of decay damage there. They're just spraying in, but there's just nothing that Full Sense can get.
They got to stay in.
Yeah, they can't break through these defenses, so it's time to just pull out.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead, pull back. I mean, King's getting himself into a decent little lurk position to maybe find the other members. He moves back down, peeks the doorway, sees that there's nobody there. PTC will find one for his trouble, so will not allow the flawless round to come through. So takes one gun away, but fortunately for them, it's not the round victory that they were looking for. Vision Strikers maintaining a very healthy lead 4 rounds up.
PTC was moments away from getting into a huge flank onto Vision Strikers, but Vision Strikers, they dial up this push at the exact right time, and it's just a great entry from Buzz. I mean, he's just so nuts. I love to watch this guy play. He is such a big part of the Vision Strikers here right now, and yeah, the Vision Strikers just find a great timing to hit the site, to get the plant down, they get the kills, and then it's just, you know, then they can wait it out. Then they've got the numbers. Then they've got the ability with that op picked up for Buzz to just delay, and delay from that long position. RB,
What?
how do you win that?
Unbelievable. RB just pushes up, just dry peeks him, gets him in the skull, outtrades the operator, and John Olsen is not having a good go of it right now. Shut down yet again, operator on the floor. You can see now, I mean, PTC is like, I was, you know, set up to play, you know, off of you. Now I find myself a little bit stranded in mid. There's that a couple blinds. Just cycle back over into the shop through cave now as they look to assault this A site yet again. Hunter's Fury going to be used by RB, looking to escort his teammates out onto the site. They're actually going to turn tail, make their way over towards B, because King says, hey, I'm in. There's no one here. It's completely unoccupied. But Chalala, look at this, gets himself forward in mid, manages to find Mako, and now everybody's going to be rerouting.
Yeah, I like this play from the Vision Strikers. PTC tries to get through, but Buzz is going to shut him down before he can get a kill. A little bit of damage done, but not nearly enough here, as still King locking down the backside of B. Only 2 members left for FS, and this is just a great read here. I like that RB opted to go for his ult into the defensive position there to keep his team, you know, alive, to give them the ability to get out, because I'm sure that Vision Strikers are pretty keen on the post-plant stuff, but they got plenty of other utility anyway. Just use that Hunter's Fury then, totally fine. Nice shot, Superbuzz.
Yeah, finally manages to stabilize there with the taps, gets the one onto King. Still need to get through 3 more members on the side of Vision Strikers, and Buzz. Perfectly lined up there on the archway.
Buzz!
Gets the final shot, tailwind away for style points. 4 kills for Buzz, absolutely massive round there. It's very nicely done. Vision Strikers continuing to surge forward.
I mean, I just love the planning and the preparation that Vision Strikers has coming into this attacker's side on the breeze. You know, all about the post plant, all about, you know, giving Buzz, enabling him, whether it be him getting through on the entries, but once he's got this operator, he's just filthy.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for PTC. He gets himself stuck out at such a wide angle. He can't pull back to the door, deny that line of sight. So Buzz, he gets to reset, peek back out, gets that double kill, and just sets him up for everything to snowball into his favor. John Olsen and Super Buzz looking to maybe get aggro here. Sheriff's out. Buzz wary of this, throws down the cloud burst. Says, okay, come on, walk into the shop. And the Trailblazer will confirm a forward position of at least 1 player. Now they'll have to pull back behind the pyramids to stay safe.
I like the way they do that. They time Buzz's movement. They go all the way around, so he comes from an off angle to see if anybody's lurking inside of that poison cloud. Nobody there, but that's a nice little set play. That's the little things from the Vision Strikers. Stuff like that where they're trying to put their opponents in the worst position possible if they're pushed up.
Mako's ready for this. He's staring up at the top of the rope. Says, we haven't really been watching hulls. Somebody could have moved forward. Staying privy to that. John Olsen going to be dashing away from Ninja, tries to stabilize, gets the 1 tap there onto Buzz, knocks him to 45 HP, but cannot get the kill. Chalala, however, will manage to find King. Given how he's been performing on this map so far, that's a very valuable pickoff on his otherwise eco round. Chalala does have that Vandal in hand now. Pushing up, gets 1 tap onto Mako. Chalala again comes up with 2, manages to find 3 kills so far. Can he do more? Neural Depth going to be committed. Spike planted, the bite's coming down. They'll use the drone, pushing around the corner. RB with the off, cuts him down to size. Trying to spam through the wall, but just can't quite get enough penetration there. Find that elimination. RB's ready for the quick peek. Shuts down Lammy Snacks. Vision Strikers keep it rolling. 2 more rounds to go in the half.
Yeah, Chalala, man, he almost gets this done with that only assault rifle they have there. That Vandal for him, so powerful, but just not quite enough to overcome that eco. Not bad here for full sense, but Vision Strikers, yeah, you know, doing a good job making sure that they're aware of the lurks through the alley. That doesn't really fool them. There was King's utility. There was a trapwire there, but that didn't get tripped because he got killed. So, but they're still ready for it anyway. RB doing such a wonderful job on the backside, and you know, for full sense here, Achilleos, they're going to have to take the timeout. It's been just another runaway attacker side half for the Vision Strikers.
Yeah, it's actually kind of surprising to see that they're waiting this long to call a timeout. Normally you see teams, okay, we're down by 4 rounds, let's go ahead do that. They're down by 6 right now. They haven't been able to string the 2 that they have. They were not strung together back to back, as we can see there from the bottom graphic. It's been a really rough time of it here for Full Sense.
And this would have been the side of the map that I felt pretty confident for Full Sense. Just, you know, get John Olsen heated up with the snipers, whether that be marshals or operators, but they're barely able to get there. And the one time that John Olsen had an operator, he got shut down by RB. I mean, RB just blasts him, just blooms him. And then what are you going to do? I mean, then the defenses start to fall apart here. You don't have that long-range firepower that is so crucial, in my opinion, on this map. So for Full Sense, something's got to change, and something's got to change fast. We've seen a couple nice rounds, but a lot of times their good ideas are coming on their ecos, and they're not able to convert that into further success. They found that one-round win off of a bye, but that's it.
Yeah. It's been really rough, and, you know, I hate to kind of harp on him, but it's just John Olsen not really in the groove at all. We talked about him, you know, ad nauseum coming into this event during the LCQ. It was him and PTC, the names that were being repeated. Right now, it's PTC occasionally, Superbus occasionally, Chalala here on this map. We're not seeing that dominance from John Olsen that we were very much expecting, and it seems like it's just a very slow start for him in the tournament, but when it's, you know, double elimination here off the bat, and you're potentially going to fall out, you know, into that lower bracket right off the rip in the first series, you need to get fired up and you need to have it happen quickly. You cannot make any mistakes after this. This would be a hell of a run back here. At least 2 more rounds, make it a 4-8 half. It becomes a bit more plausible for Full Sense to try to turn around this map.
Yeah, and again, you know, John Olsen, I don't want to ride him too much, but this has been the criticism of him, particularly, you know, you remember, Kilios, when we were working with the SEA casters, Illustrato, Asarai, and Black and Blue, and they all said it, that he's hot and cold. And when he's cold, then FS is cold.
Oh, there's PTC gone. RB finding 1. John Olsen will get 1 kill here on the board for Full Sense, but does get traded out, so a 2-for-1 exchange. Vision Striker's going to be feeling perfectly fine about that.
I like the dial-up of aggression here, trying to gain space by FS. It just doesn't pay off. The Vision Strikers aren't fooled by it. Again, the Strikers are so smart. They're so calculated. They're so calm. You know, off of a timeout, they probably said, "Look, FS is probably going to try to get aggressive, either down mid or down an off angle, down a flank. So let's be prepared for it. It's an easy crossfire. It's an easy setup for them." Now Buzz trying to push forward. He's really up with that op.
Yep, Seekers go out. Superbus has to clear those. Pulls back away. So behind the left pyramid rather. Oh man, instant snap on from Buzz. Finds 1, does get darted. Wants to try to exit here. Oh, gets tagged up, barely manages to make it around the corner, throws down the weapons. Just panicking, just hitting everybody possibly can. Will manage to make it out with his life intact, but Lammy Snack's only going to be good for stacks at the very end of it all. RB finishes him, and that is 9-2. Last round in the half here. Vision Strikers looking for the 10-2. Buzz has overtaken King, but substantially now. It's 16-5-1.
You don't often see the face roll gun drop, but that is that's okay, Buzz. You did your job. That's good enough. Gonna throw the gun. I mean, he's just.
Just, oh dear God, get me out of here, please.
Is he actually gonna drop the operator this round? I saw him on one of our other monitors throw it into the ocean. I saw him head over and throw it into the ocean. So this is pretty interesting. What are the Vision Strikers going to dial up here? It is, I think this is kind of on the back of seeing that the Viper's Pit is going to be here for FS, and that it's going to be a bit more of a claustrophobic fight. There's going to be a lot of battling inside of the Viper utility, not just FS's, but also the Vision Strikers. So really interesting kind of change of pace here.
Got a really forward push coming out, though, from Full Sense. They're getting a lot of information right now. Making their way up through elbow. John Olsen out in mid. Will manage to find 1. Gets rid of stacks, but then King strikes him down. PTC with a lurk around the back, however. Finds RB, and he's going to upgrade that Guardian very quickly. Makes his way up on top of headshot box, and now he's going to be left all on his lonesome. A 1v4 to try to make it a 10-2. Buzz, are you up to task? The drone comes out. He's going to be shot. And Miami, with a quick little peek around the corner, will strike him down. 3-9 yet again here, as Full Sense get ready to move over to the attacking side.
Yeah, I really like this from FS. They just put their foot on the pedal. They, you know, that last round they tried to push up by the mid pillar to try to get something going. Didn't work. This time it's just a slow and steady lurk all the way around from the long B side, and that catches the backside of Vision Strikers for maybe the first time in this. We've seen post-plant setups kind of be disrupted for the Vision Strikers. We've never seen them be broken early like that.
Yeah. Full Sense needs. They need energy from their fans, from the audience. Send it out to them.
Yeah.
Goku style, energize these players because they need everything they can get.
I was going to say, you better be building a big Spirit Bomb. Because right now, Vision Striker's in firm control of this.
Ooh, okay. John Olsen, he was trying to go through door, got that tonight away from him. Actually counter shut it, but manages to push in on top of RB, gets that kill, now comes around the back and Stacks is not ready for it. PTC will find Mako, and this is looking very clean, but King will find two. Buzz going down, King cleaned up, and Full Sense starts things off right foot forward. This is exactly what Sean just got done saying. They need to win this pistol round. They need to get the ball rolling. It's a fantastic start to the second half of Full Sense. Can they roll with it? We're going to find out.
It's kind of exactly what we were thinking on Haven, right? Same scoreline, same change of sides. Yep. It is going to be the attacker side for Full Sense, and they finally get this pistol round here. This is really, really important for them to turn the tide. That's a good start. Good aggressive stuff here from John Olsen. That's when he's at his best, and I do see that Marshall coming through from him. This is what I want to see from John Olsen. He needs to get heated up with these guns like the Marshall, like the Op, and that's when Full Sense can really start to turn the tides.
Creeping forward through Cave, looking for a target at the back of Pyramid. No one's going to be giving him the opportunity, and something tells me that Vision Strikers are very well aware that he might have that Marshall in his hand, so don't want to give him any line of sight whatsoever. You do see Buzz moved up at Bricks, just waiting to see if anyone's going to be coming advancing forward here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm challenging John Olsen with a Marshall. That is not something I would want to do. I mean, Soldom definitely gave it a few goes during APAC LCQ, but it is no easy feat. When the guy is feeling it, he is just, it seems like he's untouchable. It seems like he is just going to pop every head that he sees. But yeah, really slow one to start, but that Hawk going to come through and maybe lead the way for this Full Sense execute.
Does get a single blind out. Stack's starting to move forward. Blind's coming out. Oh man, Buzz! Point blank gets the weapon pick up, sprays him down. Chalala out of the fight. Lemmy Snacks will manage to shut him out. Goes ahead, recovers the weapon, but that is a huge amount of value here from Vision Strikers, finding 2 kills off the back of that blind. What a play from Buzz. Now RB duking it out with Superbus here in the hallway, tries to go for the right click. Can't quite make it happen. Superbus will find that elimination. Lemmy Snacks cleans up a couple others, and now it's just going to be Mako on his lonesome. Scoops up the Ghost, 1v2. I mean, it's versus Spectre, it's versus Marshall. Spike is planted. If he could pull this off, what heroics from Mako we will have witnessed.
Great timing on that by Superbus, waiting for the reload from RB before he peeks that again, knowing that he's very low on bullets, doing a good job keeping track of that. So really nice stuff here, but that maneuver by Buzz, we'll get to it after this round is over, Achilleos.
Speaking of reloads, Mako.
Goodness gracious.
He's got the Spectre now. It's a bit more possible. Johnson starts looking over to this side, towards Cave. Around the side, doesn't pay attention, but Mako actually pulls the trigger, spots it. Lammy Snacks with 4 kills. Sets up nicely here for Full Sense to take this round. That's their 5th on the board now. Yeah,
it's a great recovery here by Full Sense after, it's not a dash. I can't call it a flash and dash. It's a flash and a sidestep for Buzz and Stacks. Goodness gracious, just instantly domes one. No hesitation after he gets the Spectre in hand and just goes to town. But then it's Lammy Snacks with the counter punch. Just steps through to the site, takes 2 down with the Spectre of his own. Nice little attempt here by the Vision Strikers, but good, tenacious play from Full Sense. And I know that Full Sense has plenty of energy in the tank. They just need to keep building it up.
And if they could do it here in this round, that's going to help them bridge the gap even further. Pretty much an all-in here for Vision Strikers. Not going to be too much credits left over for them if they lose this. We'll put them back on an eco, so we'll see if they can get it done. It would be huge for Full Sense.
Kind of a weird toxic screen here from Full Sense. I want to see what they're going to do off of this. I have thoughts, but I'm kind of curious. Like, is this going to just be setting up for a doors push? Are they just trying to cut off this mid-angle so they can safely get to the store? It looks like that is indeed the case, as PTC is pushing his way forward. But the Vision Strikers are pretty well situated for this if he does come through. But oh my goodness, oh Buzz.
They're about to see each other. They are so close, and they just don't even realize it. Stacks in the meantime still playing outside in mid. Oh, the smoke comes down, and Buzz is right on top of him. Just had no idea, no chance to react. You're decayed all the way down to 1 HP. John Olsen, if he meant to go for a fake there, if he botched it a little bit, either way, it doesn't matter. He does end up falling. That Trailblazer does spot out the other 2. Lammy Snacks with a nice little headshot, but Buzz comes up with 3 kills. Again, looking strong here. As Vision Strikers, they turn it around when they desperately needed to. They now have 5 rounds up. 3 3 more to go. This is going to be a 2-0 series. Full sense. They need to fire back here.
Yeah, I mean, that toxic screen telegraphs pretty well what Full Sense is thinking there, and they're right in position. Buzz, again, is reading all over these things. He's getting right up close and personal with Full Sense, which I guarantee is throwing Full Sense off a little bit at times. They're a team that, is aggressive themselves, and I think, of course, they're used to seeing other teams in their region just fight point blank. That is very, very common in the SEA matchups, but for Buzz to be this aggressive off of these things, to kind of push through into that toxic screen, even though it is a little bit of an awkward moment with PTC, he's still able to win it. And yeah, I mean, this particular toxic screen, I think, is a little more valuable than the previous one, because this one at least lets you cover your post-plant scenarios, whereas the other one's just about getting to that, and then you're left with a wide open A site on your post-plant defense. So very, very difficult to cover that. You don't have much control.
Yeah. Well, keeping it slow and steady here. Looking for some information. It's going to be a heavy stack over towards mid. Spike getting ready to creep over through cannon towards elbow.
This will be one of the first beats, I think.
Yeah. Guiding light out from stacks back towards arches. Not going to find anything. So playing this with heavy ambiguity right now is Full Sense. Vision Strikers seem like they don't really know where this hit's going to come through. They will hear that guiding light and suspect that this is going to be a collapse onto the B side. We'll see if they're going to be able to stave them off. Stacks over at wall. Got King in the back. Tailwind forward, pushes out of the smoke. King, however, going to be good for 2 as John Olsen finds Stacks. Super Bus will get rid of King. Damage very heavily done. A 2v3 with Super Bus low on HP, trying to get the spike planted. Approaching now. Oh, that shock dart narrowly missing. Would kill, but neither of them connected. PTC will find one, but now it all falls to him. A 1v2, tailwind forward, Buzz gets himself over towards the pillar, tries to deny Vision, but Buzz out-trades him. That'll be the defuse, and that's going to be 11 rounds now for Vision Strikers.
Oh, that was a great dart. That gave Buzz a pretty easy kill there. He has to transfer off of it. Really nice setup here. Great retake for the Vision Strikers. King is nasty, just absolutely filthy. This is what I've been talking about a lot coming into this event, is to keep your eyes on King on this Sentinel role on the defender side. He is unbelievably difficult to break, and you can see there he gets 3 kills in that round. In that round alone, just holding it down.
Yeah.
Look at these. I mean, he's just nuts. Buzz doing a great job coming in. Good timing, good teamwork. I love Stacks.
Oh, the man just exudes confidence. I mean, Jess was kind of talking about that on the pre-show, and having chatted with him a little bit, he said, like, I need to be confident because I've seen other teams, when their IGLs, their captains start losing confidence, that's when the team's play suffers. So even if he doesn't necessarily feel confident, he's going to continue to exude that so everybody feels, instilled with hope and confidence to try and push through. Fury going out. John Olsen going to be mowed down. Mako finds him on the entry, but Super Buzz trades it back rather quickly. He tries to throw the pit, but Buzz is right there. Says absolutely not. Shuts it down. The Vision Strikers looks to get this 12th round on the board, lock themselves into OT, and put us on match point. Trailblazer goes out over towards Bricks, looks to spot them out, will find them. Cyber Cage comes up. Buzz mows down Lammy Snacks. RB makes his way in for a little bit more. Shalala going to be good for 1, but then falls down. And yet again, it's all on PTC. The drone's going to search into cave. PTC running forward. Stacks is well aware of his position, gets the headshot lined up, and there you go. 12-5 match point. Full Sense need to win 7 consecutive rounds to take us into overtime.
I mean, it's so hard with Buzz just in these kind of unusual, kind of uncouth places where he is catching FS, just not ready. I mean, and then he shuts down the ult, and that's it. That's round over. Spikes down right on the bad side of the pyramid. I don't know what you can do here. Stacks, of course, very ready for it around the corner. They know the PTC is going to be coming through mid. They've got a crossfire just in case, and this is it. This is match point here for FS. If they can't win this round, it's down to the loser side of their group.
Let's see what John Olsen can get done here so far. Again, the ults have not really been finding their targets. If there was ever a time for him to pop off and get back into that form that we came to expect from him after the LCQ, it is right here in this moment. Everybody else, they have a decent amount of firepower, but obviously it's still a bit wonky. 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, and a Spectre. They need to find some value from this ult.
And I mean, you've got the op for Buzz. He's got the blades behind it even. And that flash here, Stacks just using it to escape, but it's not going to work. Lammy Stacks going to get him with the Bulldog.
Really great shot down there. That is going to be the setup for the near-ult depth. Now they'll be able to identify where everybody else is at here for Vision Strikers. Buzz still goes for the peek. Actually swings out wide, gets himself situated at Ninja. Continues to stare over towards Cave, but full sense they want to change it up. They say, okay, we got the pick at A, let's reroute to B.
Yeah, I really like this. You're trying to use this toxic screen down mid. You know, Vision Strikers weren't fooled by it the first time around, so now you got to try something different. But again, RB just is not going to allow Lammy Snacks to get that lurk to go. He shuts it down. King, once again, stalwart on this defense. Here comes the Vision, but they're going to get the spot on the PTC.
Yeah, and that's a spike on the ground. It does get picked up, and now they're running out of time. 20 seconds remaining. John Olsen will find King, gets him out of the back of sight, but Mako's still here, lurking within the pit. No HP. John Olsen from now here on out needs to hit heads. 1 HP, but oh, Mako just snaps to the left, finds him, and they're running out of time. Superbus will find Mako. That will drop it, but he is going to go down. Buzz will get the finish here. One last right click. 13-5 yet again. They do it on Haven. They do it on their map. Pick a breeze. Vision Strikers take the first series of champions.
Oh man, Mako's so cheeky inside of that Viper's pit, and he waits to pop it, and then he's moving around angles where it's very hard for FS to get a spot and then a finish onto him, because of course they're going to be taking a lot of damage coming through there, getting that decay. And like you said, one of the members of FS was already down to 1 when he gets the first kill. Then he backs up. He's got a little corner that he can nestle himself into, wait for the rest to come. He can give the positioning to his teammates, call it out, and then they're able to shoot through the smokes and take down the members of Full Sense.
Yeah, very nicely done. Clean from the side of Vision Strikers.